Manchester United have beaten Copenhagen 1-0 at home at Old Trafford. A must-win game, and we got the job done just about. Just about. And guess who it was? Harry flipping Maguire. Listen, take a bow, son. Even though you've had all this negativity around you, you came up in the end, you got the header, you won the game. However, right at the end, it was Onana with the save. The game wasn't pretty. Listen, Andre, well done, my son. There's a lot for us to talk about. Andre's performance. Listen, even before the penalty save, he had a good game. The goalkeeper had a good game. Maguire made a mistake at the beginning of the game. But from the last game and today's game, he's actually played decently. He's actually played well. So we have to give credit when credit is due. Listen, the game was not a pretty game to watch. It wasn't a pretty game to watch. And again, we say the same thing almost every game. The way that United play football, we can't keep the ball. The movement is slow and ponderous. The passing is slow and ponderous. And it looks like the players do not know what they're doing. Listen, even though we won today's game, it wasn't a good performance today. And on this channel, we talk about the football, we talk about the game, we analyze the match. We try to leave out bias as much as we can because we're all biased. And we like to review and assess things from a neutral, logical, pragmatic point of view. So yeah, a lot for us to talk about as... If you're not... As usual, guys, smash the like, turn on your notifications, and if you haven't yet subscribed, please subscribe below. It's your boy Chosen, as usual, with a post-match debrief. So grab your drink, grab your smoke. Let's talk about the game. Let's talk about the game. So, lineup. Interesting, Amrabat in the midfield with Scott and Bruno. I see that Scott has retained his place in this team since his brace. What do you guys think about that? Personally, I would have played Eriksen, but hey ho, I have beef with this manager. I have issues with the team he picks, the players he picks, and the style of play. I do have issues with that, and I've vocalized it, verbalized it many times, and I've told you guys specifically why I don't think it's going to work, but maybe that's a video for another day. Bruno, like I said, in midfield with Amrabat and Scott. We had Maguire, Varane and Dalot. Sorry about that. And Reguilon at the back with Højlund, Antony and Rashford up front. Once again, Antony seems like he's straight back into the team after that fiasco. We're not going to talk about it, but after that madness that he had, straight back in the team. So one guy is thumping up his missus. One guy is just saying, I won't apologize. One guy gets played. One guy gets dumped into the reserves. It is, I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. Rashford, he hasn't been playing well, but he, once again, retained his place. I mean, that's the thing about merits and playing players who play well and all these things. Certain players haven't been playing well for a long time. And this manager keeps picking them, even though they haven't been playing well. So when other people are coming out and saying, I've been used as a scapegoat, or this manager has favourites, it is clear that this manager has favourites. But, hey ho, that's the lineup. I personally, like I said, would have picked Eriksen. I don't see why we didn't play Mount. I mean, we spent all that money on him. If he's injured, fair enough. But I'm pretty sure he was on a bench. So I would have gone with a team that could keep the ball, more technically gifted players rather than the sort of pace and power that this manager seems to really, really fancy. But hey, let's talk about the game. Let's talk about, that's the lineup for me. What do you guys think about the lineup? Maybe it doesn't matter. Maybe we've won the game, so you guys are thinking it doesn't matter. But that's the thing. When you overlook the performance, a beating is on its way. We're going to get beaten very, very badly if we keep overlooking performances and just rely on the dopamine, that dopamine rush. Yes, we won. We won. Let's now watch something else. Well, yeah, but we could have lost. You know, and we didn't play well, and we were at Old Trafford, and we played Sheffield United on the weekend, the worst team in the league, the bottom team, and they played better than us. So, and Copenhagen played better than us. But anyway, let's analyse the first half. First and foremost, the match started and Maguire lost the ball at the halfway line. And when he lost the ball at the halfway line, I thought to myself, okay, Maguire, this is what you're going to do today. Is this what you're going to do? Because you played well in the last game and you're going to come back and do this. Is this what's happening today? You're going to go back to your usual self, your little ponderous, slow turn, the flipping, doing a 360 at flipping 0 miles an hour. Big. No, we don't need that. Because it's so difficult to play with a high line, with a high mobile line with Maguire. And it's not his fault. Pace is something you're born with, right? In terms of his technical ability, his ability on the ball, he's not bad. It's just his physicality, his mobility. That's his main issue, really. But Copenhagen almost scored. Within the first 10 minutes, 15 minutes, one thing I noticed, Copenhagen were pinning us back. And the way they were pinning us back was very easy. First and foremost, we kept losing the ball, and we didn't lose the ball in the midfield areas. We kept losing the ball in defensive areas. So we would win the ball back from Copenhagen, and our defender would lose the ball back straight away. And they got the ball back. They pinned us back. They moved the ball quicker. When they had the ball, it was 1-2 touches. And United, once we did kind of try to get into the game, maybe after 15 minutes, we started to put our foot on the ball. It was more our defenders. And this is the problem I have with this 3-1-6 formation. Our defenders will have the ball a lot of the time. We play one man in the midfield, let's say Amrabat. Then we play like a 6. We play with everybody this high line. And I've never seen that before. How do you score goals if the 6 don't move, don't come towards the ball, don't try to get behind the ball? There's no mobility. No one knows what they're doing. And I don't think the formation really works, this 3-1-6 thing. And that 3 could be anybody. That 3 could be the two centre-backs and a right-back. It could be 2 centre-backs and a left-back. Whoever's gone forward at that time, I guess. It could be Amrabat and in the middle, split between 2 defenders. And one of the full-backs tucking into that one instead of Amrabat. So I've seen the same formation, but I guess the manager wants to make it fluid so anybody can, you know, tuck in and overlap and fit in here and whatnot. But I'm not quite sure it works. In the first 10-15 minutes also, I noticed that we weren't pressing. We did press sometimes, but not as much as I thought we would press at Old Trafford. And when we did have the ball, like I said, it was our centre-backs who had it. And it was slow. It was Maguire, 3-4 touches. To Varane, 3-4 touches. You're not going to score a goal if you pass slowly, if you move the ball slowly. Because you're just allowing the defenders, you're allowing the opposition to get back into their position. You have to move the ball at speed. You have to. And that's one thing we do not do unless we're trying to counter-attack. And even then, we didn't. We're supposed to be, the best transition team, but we didn't transition very well at all. At all. And like I said, maybe around the 20 minutes, we started having a better foothold of the game, but we couldn't get our attackers in the game. Rashford couldn't get into the game. Antony, apart from a few touches, couldn't really get into the game. Højlund, the same. Bruno, non-existent. Right? And the simple reason why we can't get him into the game is because we don't have any midfield. We literally play 3 people at the back. 1 man in midfield and 6 man trying to flip and score up front. Like, we need, and when Eriksen, well, we're going to talk about it in the second half, but we need more people in midfield who can receive the ball with their back to goal, receive the ball with a, with a facing the goal, receive the ball in all different situations, who are mobile, agile, can drop, and importantly, can drop a shoulder, can dink, can go left and right, can dribble with the ball. We don't have any midfielders like that. And I think in order to play this formation effectively, we need a few of the midfielders to drop back and link the play. Because at the moment, we've got defenders who are just hoofing the ball to attackers. There's no midfield play. There's no one dropping and passing the ball and, making triangles. And there's no midfield play. There's no build-up. There's no nothing. And I think that's by design. That's how the manager wants us to play. The manager wants us to play, just pin them back. And if you're going to, if the defense are going to be the players that keep the ball the most, who have the most touches, because I'll be very surprised if it isn't our centre-backs or something that have the most touches on the ball, then they have to be very technically gifted in order to unlock the defences, because they're the ones that are going to have the ball most of the time, and our defenders are not that at the moment. Maybe Lisandro Martinez, you can argue, could do it. Maguire, But yeah. So, for me, the fact that the half ended with one shot on target each, I think summed up that half for me. Not a good half. That was my assessment of it. Not a good half of football. We need midfielders on the ball. Copenhagen, very disciplined. They moved the ball quicker than us. They knew what they were doing. Their formation looked better. Once again, we played a team that, if they had better footballers, better players, clinical players in the forward positions, we would have lost that game. But the second half started. Eriksen, I think, came on for Amrabat, literally, second half. Amrabat, I think I would have started Eriksen anyway, like I said, probably for Scott McTominay. But the thing with Amrabat, we needed to score a goal. And it's like the manager keeps doing the right thing in the second half. The team he should have started with is the team that he usually finishes the game with. But yeah, to the game, do you know what? The second half was weird, because second half almost followed the same pattern as the first half, but that the only difference is United were just more energized. So we were, I think, Ten Hag rightfully probably gave them a good talking, and they came back with more energy. They were quicker to the ball. They pressed quicker. They closed the goalkeeper down quicker. We didn't play that much better initially. We did improve. I'll be straight. I'll be honest. But initially, we didn't play that much better. We just had a bit more energy. Onana had the first save to make in the second half. And it was a good save, very good save. And the guy was free. The Copenhagen player was free in the box. And then I think a few minutes after that, and this is when the energy level started raising, and we started having chance after chance. Because we had, I think, a save from Eriksen's shot a few minutes after that. And that opportunity came from a good move where Rashford ran off the ball to receive it. Rather than Rashford, he wants to get on the ball lately and dribble into dead alleys and dead ends, dribble into 4 or 5 players. He keeps doing that. His spatial awareness is questionable. However, run off the ball. That's your best thing. Run off the ball, which is what he did. Did it really well. Cut the ball back. Eriksen, I think he probably should have just hit it with more vim, but it is what it is. Rashford was also rash. Okay, I mean, anyone who watches. I hope you guys all wash. Anybody who watches this channel knows I've got beef. Not beef with Rashford, but I like Rashford, but I don't think he's as good as a lot of people think he is. I think he lacks some fundamentals, he just lacks some fundamentals. I think without his pace, he would be probably 2/3 of a player. I really do. I do like him. I think he has good qualities. I think he's a very instinctive player. I think if he's asked to think too much, if you give him too much room, you give him too much thought, I don't think he's that good. But once he's just instinctive and just running just off adrenaline, he's really good. But I question his footballing intelligence. I really do. His choice of passing, when to pass, when to dribble, and all these things. So yeah, I mean, that's just the start. I can really analyze Rashford and give you my thorough analysis probably in another video. However, Rashford's first touch in that chance that he had when he bobbled off his knee, I was thinking to myself, I have to be fair, because many a time Rashford's been put through just like that, and many a time he's also controlled it. But I've seen that miscontrol from Rashford too many times this season. Too many times. We made a few more substitutions. Lindelof came on. I was thinking, why is Lindelof coming on for a Reguilon? I don't know. I mean, Lindelof is probably a better footballer. Lindelof is a decent footballer. I just don't think he's a centre-back that's made for the Premier League and what the Premier League, asks you to do. He survived things. I say that, but he's been in the Premier League for 6 years, so you can't say he's not made for the Premier League when he's been here for like the last 5-6 years. But in terms of the top centre back, he's not. It doesn't have the physicality needed, I don't think. But so yeah, I think Antony came off for Garnacho. Antony wasn't really effective today at all. Garnacho was through as well, wasn't he? Yeah, Garnacho was through. And his touch was, Today was a day of two attackers who play on the left, through on goal, 1-on-1 with the goalkeeper. Bad touches. So as much as we didn't play well today, the game could have ended 3-0. It could have. However, it ended 1-0, and this is why. Maguire, and give credit where credit's due, Maguire played well against Sheffield United, and apart from the mistake he made in the first half, and a few mistakes here or there, he had a decent game today. So, well done, Maguire. Good header. He scored a header as well. I mean, when we bought Maguire, I thought he scored more headers than he's actually scored. So, I'm glad that he scored a header. Listen, I don't think he's a good fit for United right now. I still don't think. But let's stop hating on the man. He's not good enough, but he's right now playing. And like he says, when he plays, United haven't really lost. So it is what it is. Sorry, guys. But yeah, Højlund came off for Martial. And I'm thinking this game is gonna fizzle out. And the police are going to find Onana. No, I'm joking. But then Scott McTominay had to do what he did. Soft penalty. You could argue that soft penalty. He raised his foot though, and the attacker did well to put his body in the right position. So it is what it is. However, on Drizzle, Andre Onana. Listen, I heard somebody say, he's redeemed himself. I'm like, come on. Because the minute he makes another mistake, you guys are on his case. However, what a save. What a strong hand. Like I said, he had a good game before the penalty save. And even if he missed a penalty, because I didn't like the way the commentator was like, would he redeem himself? This is his time to sort of make up to the United fans. I was like, why? What this one moment? You're gonna put it all onto this one moment. These PR people, they like a story. They like a rhetoric, don't they? They like the drama. It is what it is. But yeah, Onana came up. He delivered. He came up good when we needed him. And it's not always going to happen because he's not going to save every penalty. But I'm happy. I'm happy for the guy because he is an unorthodox goalkeeper. And in the traditional sense of goalkeeper, or compared to the traditional goalkeepers, he's just not very traditional. The way he saves, the way he dives, it's all about, listen, I just want to save the shot. And he's almost like he comes across to me, yeah, as a midfielder turned goalkeeper, rather than a goalkeeper who's good with his feet. He comes across as a midfielder who's a really good goalkeeper. However, you don't need a Peter Schmeichel to win the league. Like, Edison is not that good. Like, he's really not. Like, you just need a good goalkeeper. You need a functional goalkeeper, a steady goalkeeper that's not going to make too many mistakes. And he's good enough as a goalkeeper for any team that wants to win the league. He is. But he does scare me. He does worry me. Some of his technique when he saves and when he dives, it does look... I'm going to be polite and say it's interesting. Interesting. It looks interesting. But what a save, Onana. Well done, my lad. You know, United, like I said, the game wasn't a pretty game, but it was a must-win game, and United won the game. So, what's that? 3 points, I think? Yes, 3 points. So, technically, United can still qualify out of the group. The season started badly, but this is, I think, 3 wins on the bounce for United. So, despite the terrible football, we're pulling, we're stringing, putting some results together, or a series of decent results together, yeah, without playing good football, which is annoying to me. My man of the match, I'm going to give it to Andre Onana. Andre Onana, take a bow. What do you guys think about what I said? Let me know. Give me your thoughts as usual. Yeah, let me know. What do you think? Who was your man of the match? What do you guys think of the formation? What do you guys think of the style of play, or type of football this guy is trying to implement? Let me know. I want to know. This is a channel just about football. We try to focus on football. Of course, I've tried to be silly and whatnot, but really, we talk about the game. We talk about the match. Ten Hag, I still got my eyes closely. I've got my eyes closely looking at you, because even this game against Copenhagen, we should have played better. The football that you're getting us to play is just not acceptable. I'm sorry. It isn't. I'm going to be real. It isn't. So, I want to start seeing good football. Yeah? That's it, guys. Onwards and upwards. Thank you guys for watching. Share the video, like it, and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you guys after the next game. If you're not